Good evening, fellas.
Good evening, Mr. Yusuf.
You are two of the most beautiful human beings I've ever seen in my life.
That's changed from last week.
That's what I mean. I think I've been told that last week was a bit harsh, so I'm trying to reel it back in.
Was it harsh?
Make you feel good about yourselves.
Oh, thank you, man.
But can you see how awkward he is when he's actually trying to compliment us? He's
What do you mean?
he's
Seems
smiling.
a little bit backhanded, doesn't it? But
He's smiling, but not in a good way.
I can't even give you a compliment without, you coming back at me.
Almost passive aggressive, I'd say.
Passive aggressive. Back on, man. Mate, last week you cracked up when I called you what I called you, to be fair.
Didn't expect it, to be honest.
I never saw you looking so happy.
I thought you would at least give it 5 minutes before you throw the big C out there.
Yeah,
About
no.
2 seconds, wasn't it?
No, it was rough.
But guys, welcome to Cage and Canvas episode 17.
Did you hear that, AJ? What
17,
episode it is?
yes.
Episode number 17, yeah. 16 the week before.
We're not
Here we are.
numbering the specials, yeah?
Okay.
But, yeah.
That's a whole nother
17.
topic. 17.
Cage and Canvas with AJ.
JD and Ad. The normal. Good weekend, boys?
Yeah, it was all right. Watched a bit of UFC.
Yeah, it was
Lovely.
311, wasn't it? The big one.
It was 311. What I will say before we go any further, we have an addition behind the camera today. That is Molly. She will be looking after our social media and telling us what to do going forward. So shout out to Molly.
That's it.
Shout out.
And
Thank you,
let's
Molly.
crack on.
Thank you, Molly. Molly's related to you, isn't she?
She's my sister, yeah.
Welcome.
She is my
Molly.
sister. She's taking it on for us.
I think we needed Molly weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks ago.
We probably needed her after week 4, to be honest.
Yeah, we did. No, we appreciate it, Mom. Thank you. That's it. Everyone needs a Molly.
Everyone needs a Molly.
Where did you guys watch the pay-per-view?
I watched it Sunday morning at home.
Yeah.
my phone.
I was supposed to be meeting up with AJ, but he abandoned me.
Radio silence.
No. Not even
abandoned
radio
me.
silence.
You abandoned
this
me
guy,
Go on,
completely.
tell me.
mate.
This guy, yeah. We've been doing this for long enough now, and we said that 311's a good card. It's a big card. Some good like it's just everything that we've been looking forward to with the last couple that have been a bit dry, especially like leading up to the break, basically, right? He was like, "Oh no, I can't do it.
That's a lie.
I can't. I
wanna see the proof.
I just don't want to wake up and like feel rubbish the next day." And I'm just like,
I want to see the proof.
just have
But
your
I
snooze
can't-
and then just.
I can't do that. I can't wake up at 3 a.m. to then come down, go back to sleep at 6, wake up again at 10. I just can't do it, man. It's too much. It's too much.
So what do
It
you-
screws with me.
What do you do when there's a big PLE for WWE?
I suffer and I get through it.
So just suffer with UFC.
But but you know WWE
not equal
doesn't come on.
love.
But WWE doesn't come on until like it comes on at 1 o'clock, doesn't it? That's when WWE
that is
starts.
true, yeah.
UFC starts at 3. That's a whole nother animal, man.
So basically, Adam, stop being a bitch and just
Is that allowed?
Just commit more.
Is that allowed?
It's allowed.
The bees are soft.
It's very soft.
No?
All
Very
right,
soft.
all right, you bitch. Come on in. If we're gonna start bitching. Let's bitch.
You need to commit more, Adam.
Whatever, man. You're both bitches.
You need to commit more.
Yeah, I'll try. Well, I didn't see
Need to
you
suffer more.
Did you
He
stay
needs-
out
he
late
needs
for a
to-
J-Dog?
No,
I'm done with you
I
two coming
publicly
at me
announced.
again.
I publicly announced that I wasn't coming anywhere.
Mate, I would be
I'll be your
here.
punching bag on it.
I
Whatever.
would be here, chilling and having snacks with
Coming
you
at me.
if you actually get up. No, that's no issue. Or you
right.
could come to mine. Either way, I just think that. Don't get me wrong. We don't have to do it for every single card, but
Thanks,
we
AJ.
we want your commitment over on.
I'll tell you
on
what.
Team UFC.
Let's make an agreement here. We'll meet halfway, right?
Yeah.
Every other pay-per-view. That's fair.
No, but it doesn't have to be every other pay per view because it might not. Maybe well,
There's no
ne-
me-
the
there's
next,
no-
the
there's
next
no-
one,
you
the
can't
next one might.
negotiate with you,
No,
man.
no. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you. So,
Fine.
like, if the next one isn't one up to your taking,
Yeah.
you can bank it for next one.
All right, fine. All right, okay.
All right.
Appreciate that.
But you
That's
only
fair.
get 2 passes.
Fine. That's fair. When are you going to start attending anyway? You need
Never.
to start watching these late.
Never.
No? Oh, it's never going to happen.
No, it will happen.
Well, the card of the weekend was definitely worth staying up for, though, if you did.
1,000%.
I didn't stay up for it, but absolutely, definitely worth watching.
Mate.
100%. And I enjoyed
Madness.
all of the main card.
Madness.
Yeah. Part of the reason as well why I can't do it is because I can't stop myself from checking the spoilers as well. So that's part of the reason why I have to do the live watch.
Yeah, just keep your phone away, just tuck it
Yeah.
away. But it is hard because it's all over Instagram and Facebook. Literally, the minute you wake up,
Yeah.
especially if you know your algorithm, it's the first thing that's going to pop up. Isn't
Even
it?
Just got to try your best to be silent, like
Yeah.
we do sometimes.
Try.
Yeah, last
Or
time
wrestling.
I think it got me from just from Chrome. I just went to go and Google something completely non-related. I hit a new tab and I get the news articles straight away. And then I just got the results.
It's just annoying though, man. They should think about that. Why don't they do that? Why don't they help us Brits out? Why do they just push the news in front of you instantaneously as soon as it happens?
We should just unfollow all their pages, to be honest. That way we spoiler free forever. No, I don't think we will, because there'll still be more videos everywhere.
But that'd be no fun though, wouldn't it?
No.
Yeah, we can't do that.
Just go back to
playing the chase on social media, just not looking at it.
Yeah.
Until something pops up randomly.
You got to go back to the 3310. And so, like, we'll just play Snake.
Snake days.
What a mobile phone.
No spoilers of Snake.
What a mobile phone. No, I think the 3510, the Nokia 3510 was my favourite phone. If we're going vintage, that was the first colour one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the 3410 had the funny, it was a square, it was a brick, but it had the funny buttons on it, didn't it? It was like a 35. And that had the first polyphonic ringtone as well.
I don't even remember.
We're talking history here.
People are listening to this.
Molly, do you remember the 3510?
Molly wasn't around.
The Nokia 3510.
Molly was born in 2000.
The what one?
Was that? No, I'm thinking of Sony Ericsson.
Sony Ericsson, those days.
The flip Sony Ericsson. I used to make ringtones on the 3410.
Yeah, you could make them.
Make ringtones. Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Monophonic ones, and you have to go online and get the script, get the buttons for it, and yeah, mate, I love that.
Good fun, that.
If
those were
any
the days,
Gen Z is listening, just ignore all of this. Skip forward about 2 minutes.
We sound so old,
and we're going to be in UFC talk.
It's not good.
But so you watched the whole card.
I watched the whole of the main card.
The main card.
Yeah, all of it from top to bottom. Yeah.
So
in that order.
Stop being such a bitch.
Sorry.
All right, go on.
So the only reason why I asked that is because the last fight that closed out the prelims was Peyton Talbot.
No, I didn't see any of the
You
prelims.
didn't see Peyton Talbot, right?
No.
Because we talked about Peyton Talbot. Obviously, he's one of the UFC favorites. Like, kind of, you know when we talk about Paddy getting the push, the exposure, and stuff like that.
Yes.
Peyton Talbot is another one of those guys. He's been getting the rub from UFC. So he was the guy. He was like actually the biggest favorite on the card before all the drama had happened with the change in the main event. But he was minus 1100 to 700, and he got absolutely schooled.
You got fucked up.
He got schooled.
You just went through like a good minute and a half of building this guy up.
No, do you know what, right?
You built him up. I was expecting you to turn around at the end of that and go,
that's exactly
and he
it.
Absolutely smashed him.
That's exactly it.
He's been fucking schooled.
He's been getting like a lot of like highlight reel knockouts and like everyone's kind of been telling him like he's gonna be special. He's a prospect. He's a good prospect. And
who says all this shit though, man? Who actually says all this shit?
Even before he came out, they showed a promo just for him. Completely ignored his opponent.
Mad.
And then he came out and he got absolutely dominated.
So So in the UFC, obviously, they have all these prospects, these big stars that are supposed to be coming up, rising up. They're going to be the next big thing. Yep. This is the guy to watch. A bit like the Irish dude, not Paddy Pimblett, the other one. There's been a couple.
Bo Nickel.
Bo Nickel, that's the guy. Ian Gary. All of them guys. But then as soon as they take a loss or they don't win convincingly, that train just comes to a screeching halt. But that seems to happen a lot.
I think
because if you take a loss, you've got to redeem the loss, right? And that's where the work comes in. They got to work their way back up.
What I'm saying is, are they pointing? Are they pointing us at the wrong people? Who are the people that actually say, "Oh, this is the prospect, this is the guy"? And why? Is it because they look good? Is it because their record's good from their previous promotion? Is it because they just look good on their first fight? Like, who makes these decisions?
I'd say it's a collection of things, right? You see a fighter as a whole. For example, this was Peyton's first loss, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So he was 9 fights undefeated beforehand. So that's that. In MMA, it's not common to see undefeated streaks, although we see quite a few in UFC.
Yeah.
Every dog has their day. Maybe too early to call for Peyton.
But it was unanimous, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. So there was no question about how his performance. He lost. He was visibly annoyed. Right. But yeah, I think you're exactly right.
I'll be fuming.
There's things I guess that Dana White and Mick Maynard and all the guys they kind of maybe look for that they push because he's been on a tear before there. Before this loss. He seems quite charismatic. He's a bit of a pretty boy, I guess. He had the long hair. He cut his hair for this fight, so I don't know. He's had a bit of a look change, but
there's like an ongoing theme for 311.
Yeah,
I mean, persona as well comes into it as well, right? Look, if you look at Conor McGregor when he joined the UFC, he was just loud.
Yeah,
loud, and he grabbed a lot of attention. Yeah. A lot of people put eyes on the product because of Conor.
Yeah, of course, man. He's a personality, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
plenty of decent people on the roster beforehand. But then, that's where most of the recent people watching UFC have sort of
took it to
come
another
from
level.
the Conor era. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the UFC just need to take their time and let some of these guys, even though they are a draw. I think they need to just let them cut their teeth. I don't think they need to put them at the top of the prelims and stuff like that. They probably need to slow roll them a bit more, have them further down on the prelims, because if they are a draw, then you want to get people watching as early as possible, don't you? Really?
Slow their roll.
I don't know.
Well, one fight that would have got us watching on the prelims was the Almeida fight, right? So
Oh
got moved to the
yeah,
main card because of the dropout. So
yeah. Poor Benil Dariush. He obviously ended up giving up his slot for that fight, but the fact that Almeida kind of made a statement again, round 1 knockout against Spivak. He got to call out Cyril Gane afterwards to basically put him in that IC title prospect kind of range. He basically said he wants Cyril Gane, or if the fight falls out with Tom Aspinall, he'll fight Tom Aspinall. And Tom Aspinall, it's one of the names that Aspinall actually hasn't fought, so it could be a chance that he takes it.
I don't even want that to enter a discussion right now with Aspinall.
I've got
Every week we mention him every week. We mention Aspinall.
No. We haven't mentioned him for a while. Because
For a couple of weeks.
there hasn't been much that's happened in terms of news. But I have a take that I'll save for a little bit later on.
you sent a picture to the
Let's
WhatsApp
save that
group,
clip.
which is quite interesting.
Yeah,
as well.
I'm
What did he send? I missed it.
I'll get
He
to it.
looked.
I'll get to it. But
I'm sorry. I'll stop sniping. I'll stop
Don't have
sniping.
any,
I'm
bitch.
sorry.
stop ribbing them.
I just can't wait for our promos in the ring.
Since this has now been a censored show and we can't swear anymore, man. You're a lucky boy. No, that J-Lo.
We don't have to not censor.
You're lucky you sit that far away from me as well. We are not going to be
I'll sit in the middle next
rearranging
week.
anything.
And you can just rub my leg. I know you want
Go
to.
on, go
We'll
on.
get you guys in a ring at some point.
Damn right. Bring it. Fucking cage. So.
Oh,
Go on. So.
you can bleep.
Sorry, Molly.
That's you. It's your effort that has to go into editing this. You do realize that, right? So you're creating more work for yourself.
No, I'm sure Molly can bleep it out.
Oh, did you see what she just showed there on the phone?
No, what was that?
She's liking a bit of Aspinall.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tom Aspinall.
I don't blame her.
Okay, fair enough.
Nice.
But I think Almeida Aspinall could be interesting, but I don't think he's there yet. But I think he knows that. That's why he called out Cyril Gane first, and I think that'll be a good fight for him. He ended up winning performance of the night off of that, so that was a good TKO that he got over Spivak.
Always good to see it on a heavyweight blowout, should we say? We missed the first fight on the main card. Mr. Derrida, Rainier, and Kevin Holland.
Yeah,
Surprising that.
he definitely made more of a statement than his last fight.
He got battered, mate.
He got absolutely handled.
He got battered. To be fair, I didn't even expect him to tap that quick. It just kind of came out of nowhere. When he slipped it in, it's done, obviously.
He
but
tapped quick.
yeah, and he was trying to give it like some of the, like some of his banter that he does when he's on the floor. He was trying a little bit, but I was like, Kevin, you're getting battered, mate.
Yeah.
Just shut your mouth.
But
Just-
Why are you hitting so hard?
just take the loss. Yeah.
Kevin Holland knows that once he's going to get into jiu-jitsu and all that sort of territory there. That's not really his bag. So
Yeah, so
I think he tries to make it entertaining with that, with a little bit of trash talk and stuff. But yeah.
And that was round 1, wasn't it? Just round 1 done.
Minute and a half.
Yeah, finish, mate.
Oh no, 3 minutes in.
Goodbye.
So that was probably the statement we were looking for the first time round for Derrida.
Yeah, exactly. If he would have came in with that kind of energy,
But didn't Kevin Holland say he'd be stunned
if
the Ridder could submit him?
Yeah.
he submitted him in round 1.
Did he look visibly
What an
stunned
absolute bell.
afterwards? Did he look visibly stunned afterwards? No?
Well, to be fair, he didn't, though, did he really?
He looked like he didn't really care.
He didn't really care. That's what I mean. He just got up, walked around the cage like it was nothing, and just moved on. Like, I think he might have just been happy to be there and get paid that night.
Yeah,
I mean, Kevin Holland's that kind of guy, isn't he? He'll fight anyone,
exactly what I was gonna say.
but enjoys it as well. Or looks like he enjoys it anyway.
Well, rear naked choke. Goodbye.
Hold on, wait. Sorry, I actually want to quickly have a look at his record because
Go on, check the record out.
his one in his last 3. Oh yeah, he had the loss to Page before then. Michael Venom Page.
Madalena as well.
Yeah,
He's a showboater, man.
he's a bit wishy-washy, but I think that he knows how to draw eyes to a crowd.
Yeah.
So you're always going to watch him because he's entertaining, but at the same time, his record is give and take.
Nah.
Yeah, miss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Highlight well, one of two highlights of the whole night was the fight that was after that, right?
Yeah, Jury's haircut was the highlight for me.
Oh yeah, because he joined the Bald Brotherhood.
He did. He joined the Ball
Welcome,
Brothers.
Jury. Welcome.
Did you hear why though?
Good cause though.
No.
Is it a little girl with cancer?
A friend, yeah.
A friend with cancer, so he shaved his head in.
She
in
basically cut her hair like him, didn't she, beforehand?
I thought he just did it just to make himself look a bit harder, man.
He does look better. He does look
Well, that
better.
was literally the only reason. I didn't realise it was because of that.
I mean, anyone that can grow a hair like him, shaving the head, the kind of
Gaudy hairs like a
present that a
Judy.
little bit.
Would you pull that hairstyle off?
I would if I had the hairline. Absolutely.
If
Can you imagine
I'd turn
J-Dog?
samurai.
No, mate. You would actually look nuts, yeah, with like the proper, like the ponytail and the way Jiri has it.
Money, you can make a note, right, for the group that we need to get a picture of Yuri's haircut and
On me.
Photoshop.
Let's do it.
That would
onto
look mad.
JD.
That would look mad.
We'll
do it
get
right now.
We'll get AI to do that. That'll be absolutely hilarious.
And you got to grow the beard out as well.
That is impossible for me to do, as you can clearly see. So
No. Just get a hairband, man. We're going to a point down here, thing up here.
I'm gonna have to get
You know,
hair
like-
tattoos or something.
Remember,
on my
like
face.
Will Smith in the film Aladdin or whatever that he did, when he had his fucking
when he's genie.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a genie, Jiri genie,
But what I will say about
Jiri
that
genie,
fight,
J-Dog. Anyway, go on.
I said last week that I can't wait for someone to be simmered a little bit, and he got simmered.
I was thinking about you during that fight, J-Dog.
bet you was.
On a very rare time that I think about you when you're not with
Hopefully
me.
not too much.
Did we write down our takes for these fights?
No, but we spoke about it. He wanted. We both said Hill. He
Yeah.
wanted Jiri to simmer Hill. Those were his words.
To be fair, I think that Yuri actually, I think we both wanted that to happen. I think that Jamal isn't actually what he cracked out to be, but I think that Yuri's style, he's a risky fighter. He's hands down all the time, but he looked fucking
Mate.
He looked really good.
He looked sick.
What's
in
your
this-
tongue?
Sorry,
Mate.
Reel that back. He looked sick in this fight.
Mate, he looked explosive. Mate, I reckon if you reran now Jiri and Pereira, I reckon Pereira's in trouble, man. Jiri looked dangerous, mate. Dangerous.
Could we run it back a third time?
against Hill?
Yeah, nah. I think that Alex is a surgeon when it comes to striking, man. I think he is an absolute surgeon when it comes to striking.
I mean,
But-
Jiri, though, his hands were down a lot. He took a lot of blows. Like, defensively, it wasn't the best, which we know that from him, right? Defensively, he's not a great fighter.
his head
but
movement was a lot better.
It was a lot of movement. And
He was
a lot of
slipping
movement.
shots.
Absolutely. But he just looked like he wasn't giving Hill anywhere to move. Like, he was, and he was quick, man. He was rapid as well. Like, some of those shots he was firing.
Yeah,
His intensity just another level.
yeah,
for the weekend.
he sort of like once he started notching up the big hits, it started to take effect because I think in the end of the first round he knocked him down.
Yes.
And then we thought he's gonna wash him at that point. But then I think Hill done the right things to kind of stay in it in round 2
Yeah.
and kind of minimized most of the damage that he was taking in round 1.
Try and recover a little bit.
But then in round 3, I think Yuri just kind of found the pocket a lot better.
It was a bit of back and forth, though. To be fair, in round 3,
Oh, yeah,
it was
Jiri
back
ate
and
a few
forth.
shots.
I think Hill. I think Yuri just dodged one of Hill's shots and then got him with a 2-punch combo, didn't he, to floor him? That was mad as well. The camera angle,
slow
they got
motion of
that.
that. Slow
motion,
motion. Literally like so close.
He got floored, man.
There's a
One of
guy
the greatest
who,
dodges I've seen.
Yeah.
one of the guy who does edits. He's got such a good edit on that, man. But yeah, Yuri looked good. I think it was kind of surprising because the reason why I actually backed Hill, and I'm not sure if yours was the same reason, Adam, but the reason why I backed Hill is because most of the time when you see Hill actually connecting with people, he is knocking guys out. And I wasn't expecting Yuri to be the guy who actually looks like he was actually giving more impact when he was connecting than Hill.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, like I said, good fight and it was great finish as well. I mean, he took him down twice or knocked him down twice, didn't he?
Yeah.
But they've got to make a decision on him now. They've got to make a decision on him. Obviously, Pereira and Ankalaev has been announced for 3-1-3.
Yuri we talking about?
Yeah. So Yuri, yeah. So because I honestly think they should do a rerun with him and Pereira. I thought he looks. Maybe it's because he was up against Hill, but I just thought he just looked so much better against Hill than he did against Pereira. I reckon he's evolved, and he looked leaner as well, like visibly leaner and quicker.
I get what you mean, but I think that, in my opinion, the level of striking for between Yuri to Alex, I think they're just like too far apart. I've had this discussion before when I've like with other people before that sometimes you'll have these guys who are like 1 and 2 who were basically almost neck and neck, and the title could switch between them at any point. But then sometimes between like 3, 4, and everyone below, those guys have like separated themselves from the pack. And I think Alex is literally that. What I was thinking about before with Yuri, and it nearly happened when he had the title before Alex got the light heavyweight title. It was him versus Jan Blachowicz.
Yes.
And I think they wanted to do that because obviously he's from Czech Republic. Jan is from Poland.
Yeah.
So it would have been like a good meet of like Eastern Europe basically coming together to kind of
worlds collide.
You know, bring that side of Europe into focus for the rest of the world, pretty much. And I think that would still be a good fight. I think that Jan is due to fight in London, which actually just got announced on the same night.
Yes.
He's fighting against who was he fighting against?
I don't actually know.
Yeah, but
I haven't even seen the card. But
He's fighting in London, so maybe depending if he gets that fight unscathed, maybe their schedules could align.
He's fighting Olberg.
Olberg, that's it, Carlos Olberg. So
Interesting. That'd be good to see as well. But yeah, what's next for Jiri though? Like, where does he go next?
just discussed that. Jake.
I know, but does he go to Pereira?
I don't think Pereira.
I don't think another title.
I think the
I
only
think a
way
rerun with Pereira. If Pereira
Title
beats
fights.
Ankalaev, Jiri should rerun it.
the only way that he fights Pereira, I think, is unless he sits at the top of the division and then he kind of just ices the rest of those guys out. So the people who are immediately underneath Yuri, now that he's number 2 in the division, you know, the only person who's above him is Ankalaev, who Pereira's going to fight next. Anyway.
Rightfully so.
And then underneath Yuri, who's number 2, is then Jan Blachowicz, Jamal, who he just beat, and then Alexander Rakic. But Rakic just recently took a loss as well. So unless he's going to fight Ankalaev or Jan, then yeah, maybe he should fight Yuri. But I think if he deals with either one of those guys, then maybe he could fight Alex.
You've got a new Yuri. Well, I suppose my point is Yuri is now evolved. He's a new fighter now, in my opinion.
It's only been one fight, though, since he got knocked out. And then if you think about that, the fight before that, he got knocked out before that by Alex then. So
Different fighters.
It's basically two. Yeah, but he's only had one win between getting knocked out twice.
Listen, let's just hold it here, man. I think we will see Yuri Pereira rerun it again. I think
It will happen.
I think Yuri will be the man that will dethrone Pereira.
No.
That's some bold words.
I don't see.
I'd be interested to see that happen.
I don't
if
see
it happens,
anybody dethroning Pereira right now.
You're wrong about this fight. You said Hill was going to knock out Yuri. You're wrong about that. J-Dog was the only man that was correct.
Yeah, because I was thinking more about punching power. I think in terms of.
Did you just say you were wrong?
Yeah, no. I was wrong. I was wrong.
So are you.
Yeah, I was wrong. No, I was wrong. No, I was wrong. Hey.
Well done.
That's what I wanted.
Anyway, no, I was definitely wrong about the punching power. But in terms of technique and everything, like Yuri, and he's just very unorthodox. So I don't know.
We shall see.
Well, he's a samurai warrior. So.
Yeah, I don't know who's going to take him out, but I don't see anybody other than depending on how the Ankalaev fights goes for Alex. I've got no clue who will dethrone Alex. I think Alex could be a long reigning champion, to be fair.
And
Let's
rightfully
see
so.
how it all goes.
Did you see CM Punk was at the
He was there.
Punk
Was there, yeah.
Yeah, he was there. Yeah.
I think I must have missed that.
He got a call out, man. He was on camera. Who was he there for? He was there because he used to train with one of them. I think it might have been Umar, actually. Or was it Dvalishvili?
It must have been Dvalishvili.
I think it might have been Dvalishvili, yeah, because when he was at UFC, he was one of his first immediate training partners.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Did you see Poatan in the crowd when
Yes.
Hill and Jerry were fighting?
Yeah.
Boys, stop fighting! I have to get my belt.
His sons, yeah.
Son, stop fighting!
Oh, so funny, man.
Proper banter that guy, man.
Yeah, I love
That's
it.
what I mean. Alex he's all personality. Even though he hasn't got the best English, he comes across the best to fans because
He's just so
he's likable.
comedic and likable. Yeah.
He just looks like a nut job.
Fight of the
Moving
night
forward.
was after that. What did you make of this? Because you didn't see a knockout.
No.
You saw an absolute domination. Here.
What did I say last week, though?
You're into the wrestling. That's what you
No.
said.
I said, this is the fight I'm looking forward to the most. And,
This
you,
styles of
and
wrestling.
both of you were like, no, I don't think you would. And I was like, no, actually, I think I will.
This fight was
Did it?
wicked.
Yeah.
Did it rise to the occasion for you?
100%.
Good.
Mate,
Did you agree with the result?
yes. That guy is an absolute fucking machine, mate.
His nickname is the
Wow.
Machine.
Yeah, well, he
is the
proved
Machine.
it. Like, literally proved it. I've never seen a guy with cardio like that. That's all I got to say. That was pure cardio. That's all that was, man.
You were back in Merab as well, right, JD?
I can't remember. I think I was, yeah. I think I was.
No.
I can't remember. Did I back Umar?
Yeah, absolutely.
shame on me.
But rightfully so, man. Because let's be honest, like Dvalishvili had an average performance against O'Malley to get that belt at the Sphere. It wasn't exactly like a barn burner. O'Malley looked rough.
Yeah, it didn't really make much sense how he dominated Umar so much, but he didn't. Even though he dominated O'Malley,
Yeah.
I think that like this just looked something about this just looked different. The fact that he was like standing up and he was walking over to Khabib, like turning his back on Umar in the middle of the fight.
He was joking around towards the end, man.
Made a mockery
So that's
of it, man.
Umar's first loss in 18 fights. He's the first man to put a fucking L on him. That's insane. Pardon my French.
Well, there we go. That's his legacy ruined, so to speak. His undefeated streak is gone.
But the thing is that the Nurmagomedov team is ridiculous in terms of like the stats. I saw a graphic where it was Khabib, Islam, Umar, and Usman, and all of their wins ranked up together was something like 67 wins between them to the date of that fight, and then one loss, which was by Islam. So now they've only got 2 losses on there.
It's pretty impressive.
Insane.
I think he still has the ability to like maybe spring back into the title contention, but yeah.
Wasn't there something that came out about his hand, though? So he had a broken hand or
He
something?
broke his hand or something, yeah.
He said he broke his
He was
hand
fighting
in the
through it.
first round,
Yeah.
but Merab seems to think that he broke it in the last round because, there was something that he'd done in particular.
Fair enough.
But
But dominating performance, man. Dvalishvili 100% deserved that win.
I don't know who he's going to end up fighting because I think Merab has fought a lot more people in the top 10 than Umar. Umar is only for
They'll have to do
Corey.
some reruns.
he done Corey to basically get this fight, but I have no idea who Merab's going to fight. He's been like going through everybody. I think they're talking about maybe doing the O'Malley fight again, like you say.
O'Malley needs to just, I don't know. He probably does deserve a rematch because he held the belt for a while, didn't he? And he performed well. I reckon he just had an off night at the Sphere. But
It'll be interesting to see what's next anyway.
The return of
O'Malley
O'Malley.
seems like a shout.
I was going to say you're an O'Malley guy, innit?
I like a bit of
you've always loved
Sean.
Sugar Sean, man. Yeah.
Bit of a
Maybe
boss.
that's another hairstyle we could see
Pink
here.
beard.
Just
pink
a
beard.
rainbow throw.
Coloured cane
Rainbow
rose.
pan, yeah.
Pink beard,
we
yeah.
can do that, yeah, we can do
We
that.
can make this a thing. Every week you just come as a
I'm
different
gonna dye my hair pink, or what's left of it.
So, mate, we all
I don't
suffer
have
with
hair.
that.
I'm just gonna have a pink forehead.
We all
we've gone
suffer
from-
with that.
We've gone from you having the Yeri hairstyle to now having the O'Malley hairstyle, which
Nah,
is a
Jesse, you
multicolored.
Oh my god!
Oh, my Lord.
That graphic is going to have to go somewhere.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I actually want to see this now. It's great
Main
having you,
event
J-Dog.
music.
Okay, so main event, right?
Yes. Islam!
This the original fight was the fight that I was most excited for.
Oh, no. You were excited about
was-
that. You were really excited about that.
That was gonna if that would have gone through. So for the listeners, if you missed last week's episode, it was gonna be Sarukian versus
Yeah.
Islam Makhachev, 24 hours before the weigh-ins. We had a pullout and Hanata Moicano was then taken from his fight with Bandino Dariush and then had to fight. Then placed against Islam.
24 hours notice,
Yeah. So
which is just insane.
did you hear the story behind this? Right.
Yeah, I heard the story. Yeah. Well, he was injured, wasn't he? He got injured.
So yeah, he said that he was cutting weight.
Yeah.
And obviously he was severely dehydrated, and because you're cutting weight and you have to work out to get the water out of his system, I think he basically done something and pulled his back, and
A bit like J-Dog in the gym.
he was pretty much messed up. Couldn't do it.
Mate, when your back goes, that's it.
He would have had a dedicated team. He wouldn't have had to have everybody in the gym come down for him. Like,
No,
Defibrillator
the
coming
whole
up the
the whole
stairs.
crew.
you didn't get stretchered out, did you?
No.
You know, like in WWE when they bring out the plastic stretcher. Like,
Oh, so funny. Molly,
did
did
hold
you
me up.
hear about this? You heard about J-Dog at the in the gym. Did he tell you?
not.
We'll speak about it afterwards.
Oh, listen to last week's episode and you hear what happened to J-Dog at the gym. That's a really good reel. We should definitely put that out there. 100%.
Yeah,
Just
let's do it.
imagine.
If we want to humanize this man, that's it. Oh, wait. Yeah.
But Moicano stepped up.
Moicano stepped up, so fair play to him because the massive jump in competition
Yeah.
there. Like
Caliber of fighter.
we talked about the fact that Peyton Talbot was the betting favorite. He was the biggest favorite on the card
Right.
up until the change in that fight. So he was 1100 to plus 700 for his fight, and the odds jumped to 1200 in favor of Makhachev the moment when Hassan Moicano was put up against him. So
I mean, let's be honest, man. I mean, the guy had no chance. Come on. He
yeah,
had no chance. 24 hours notice. You're going up against you're 10th in the rankings. You're going up against who is now, which I'm sure we'll talk about, the pound for pound number one in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Islam Makhachev, an absolute freaking cage genius, as a cage general, as far as I'm concerned.
100%.
You ain't. There's no chance, man. That was only going one way.
Even the fact of like they stood for a while when it happened, and then the moment when it went down, it was all downhill for Moicano.
Literally.
I mean, obviously, Moicano wanted to come in and make a bit more of a statement, which sadly didn't happen.
No. It was unlucky for him.
I do feel for him, though, because he is a very good
I
fighter.
feel for the poor guy, man.
He's grown on me a little bit.
Yeah.
He's entertaining as well.
Yeah, he's entertaining. He's a fighting nerd as well, isn't he?
Yeah, the full
I think he's associated with him. I don't think I'm not sure if he actually fights out of the gym. I'll have to check
I thought he
that.
did.
Did you hear what he said? I was like, Islam was much better on today. I don't know if I'll ever get a chance like that again, but I'll try my best.
It's because he's 35. He's
God loves a try.
He's ranked number 9.
You keep trying, Moicano. You just ain't good enough.
I think there was these compilations going around of Moicano being taken down by all these people beforehand. They were like, he's not going to stand a chance with Islam.
No,
And
there's no chance, man.
Yeah, I don't think there was going to be.
That was just a desperation from that. And look, fair play to him for stepping up, but Islam needed to be on that card, man. Like, so,
Better that than cancelling the fight.
that's it. It's good to see Islam in the cage just destroying someone. It's a squash match. It's a squash. And Dana White now says he's giving him pound for pound.
So the image that I posted in the group
Yes.
relates to this, right? I agree. In terms of technical ability, right? Because just seeing how dominant that Islam was,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, I can see how he is pound for pound. Like he's leveled up his striking massively.
Yes.
His grappling is undefeated. His wrestling is undefeated.
Yes.
His takedowns are undefeated. His cardio is wicked.
Yeah.
So in terms of
But when he gets you down, there's no escape.
in terms of his pound for pound,
Yeah. But there's underlying there though, isn't it? Let's be honest, from Dana White. He'll also be saying he's pound for pound because he wants to tickle John Jones a bit.
no. But Pete C. Carroll, right?
Right.
He's a pundit. He's on the Errol Hawani show. He's recently just gone over to there.
Right.
But he had his own thing going on. But he said, "Is it wrong when Dana White acknowledged that Islam is the best pound for pound fighter in the world?" My mind went straight to the notion that John Jones' negotiation must be
Yes.
going poorly.
Yes. That's exactly what went through my mind.
Yeah. Because Dana for the last year and a half has been saying John Jones is the pound for pound, even though nobody agrees with him because he doesn't fight often enough. And
All of a
now it's Islam, which everybody was saying anyway.
And he's shifted it to Islam off of the back of a mediocre 24-hour step-in win.
Yeah, after beating Hassan Moicano, who wasn't even his competition.
He is 100% digging at Jones for that. 100%.
But this is what I was saying to you before. This is what Dana does.
No, it's a negotiation thing, mate. That fight will happen. Jones and Aspinall will happen, but he is using that as some leverage to say, right, Jones, if you now want to be number one pound for pound and cement your legacy that you keep banging on about, Islam is now pound for pound number one. That's coming from my mouth, yeah? So if Dana White says something like that, it's going to mean something. That's going to F John Jones off, man.
Well, John Jones is now number 6
No, he's not.
pound for pound rankings.
Yeah, so they updated the pound for pound rankings.
That's mad.
This isn't the UFC rankings. This is uncrowned.
Right, okay, fine.
So it's independent.
I'm assuming in UFC, though, he's 2, right?
Well, I'll bring up the one on UFC as well. I've got that as well.
All right.
So on UFC
He's
pound for pound, he
second.
is second.
Sorry,
Yes.
he's second.
So
right.
yeah.
Sounds right.
Whereas I kind of more agree with the uncrowned list.
Yeah.
It's Islam Makhachev,
Yeah.
Alex Pereira, Ilya Taporia. Merab has jumped up 2 spots, Pantoja, then John Jones.
Right. And no Drickus Duplessis.
No, they have other people who are above
Drickus.
those people. So
Well.
yeah.
Well, yeah. I think it's all just he's just stirring that John Jones pot. He is bubbling.
The word on the timeline is apparently 30 M's what he wants.
Yeah. Where are they going to make that fight happen, though?
Pay him the money.
I agree. Yeah.
Just pay him the
30
money.
M's.
Just pay him the damn money.
Get the Saudi bosses to host it. Riyadh season. Slap
Without
a Riyadh
doubt.
season on it.
Without a doubt.
Give them the 30
The
M's.
Saudis have got that money. That fight will draw. And if they play their cards right with it properly, that could springboard one of them into stardom. But then again, but do they look... But this is the other thing, right? So Tom Aspinall just say he beats John Jones.
Yep.
Is he then going to be... Is he the right personality, the right look? Because he got the right charisma to then carry the company like a Conor McGregor would have done or a... or,
I think...
do you know what I mean?
Actually, no, I want to get your take on this.
To be that mainstream star.
I want to get your take.
I don't think this fight just revolves around who's going to be the megastar of UFC. I mean, if Tom wins, he will deserve the win.
That's the biggest money fight they could put on right now.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's got to be. They need to see a return for investment out of that fight. Dana White needs to see, right, I'm going to put this fight, I'm going to spend 30 million for John Jones, I'm going to pay Tom Aspinall X amount of money.
It's going to do big numbers if it's pay-per-view, so...
Off the back of it, I want to make a star out of it.
That's the
Yeah.
biggest fight.
I mean, John Jones is a star in his own right for UFC anyway.
He's on his way out.
Yeah, but he's done his bit, right?
Yes.
No, he's a name that's solidified in UFC history anyway. And Tom's the up and comer, the young dog who wants to do his bit.
Tom Aspinall. You're a Tom Aspinall fan, Molly.
Na, 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 na. Tommy Aspinall.
Tommy Aspinall.
It's enough.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going to get right into it then. Never mind. Yeah,
On
we'll...
the table.
I mean, the only way Tom will be a push to stardom is if he does beat John Jones and he just keeps it up, because one win doesn't solidify yourself as the face of the company. He needs to still be consistent how he has been.
Yeah. But a win like that will just take him to another level.
It's a whole new
push
level
him
for
on.
him in itself anyway. That fight. So
We can only hope and pray that it happens. But I'm still confident that it will.
Until then, Islam is the pound for pound.
Yeah, rightfully so. Deservedly
Until
so.
obviously maybe Pereira may fight again at some point. Well, he's due to fight again.
But Islam needs to fight again soon, though. I'm not having this crap when he's not coming. Last fight we saw him was in the summer. That was 8 months ago. He needs to have a fight now within the next 4 months.
Yeah, he needs it. Well, it's not going to happen in 4 months because Ramadan will be coming up. He doesn't fight during Ramadan. So,
Yes, of
yeah.
course, yeah.
But
right.
whilst we're just closing off that topic,
Yes.
there was also the tweet that goes off from Ilya Topuria,
Yes.
who's been calling him out for some time. He said, Islam, if you want to, I can finish you. If I want to, I can knock you out. I'll make it look easy. See you soon. I love that.
Yeah, all right. I mean, it's not going to happen, though, is it?
you never know. It might. I mean, he's another Georgian that might.
Yeah, but Topuria is
Get
not
on the
going to
Russian.
go to a different weight class and fight Islam, is he?
He's only the one below.
But the whole time,
And I think he's fought a lightweight before.
But this hasn't happened in a long time. We haven't seen like champions go across
wait.
weight classes to have a fight, have we?
It hasn't happened
saw Volkan
since
Islam.
that one,
Yeah.
I think.
But these
That's
are
only
like
a couple
dream
years ago.
fights. Like Dana needs to start stepping up and making it happen.
Taporia and Makhachev would be a fight I'd want to watch. 100%.
mate.
But I think it's good that it hasn't happened in a while because it gives it more of a draw. I think for a
Especially-
while they were doing it too much.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then now I think this is the right kind of one that actually piques interest.
Yeah.
The fact that Topuria, like, he'd done away with two of the best featherweights in however many years.
Yeah.
And the fact that he made those claims before he did it, and the fact that he's making this claim with Islam before he has the face off of him,
Yeah.
like, I think that is going to be big numbers. I think the only other fight to make other than that is the Sarukian fight. But
Yes.
obviously Dana's a bit pissed off with him with the late minute pullout. He said he needs to work his way back to the title again. So
Fantasy card for me. Imagine a co-main event. You'd have Topuria against Islam and then Pereira against Jones.
Two big sacrifices.
Aspinall and Jones and
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. But 311, you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was great.
Wicked.
Yeah.
Absolutely great.
Good way to kick off
Loved
the
it.
year, man. Without a shadow of a
Absolutely
doubt.
loved it.
As far as anything else, I think we pretty much covered everything UFC, right?
This is anything breaking you wanted to talk about? Obviously, Drick is to just wanted to remind you both of who I said was going to be my fighter of the year this year, who I think was going to be making grounds.
Oh, Duplessis, yeah.
I said Duplessis, yeah. I think he's going to step up this year. What do you need, J-Dog?
I didn't want to announce it.
You want to have a pee?
I do, yeah. That'd be
Go
great.
on,
Before we get into the
You could
rest
do-
of
you
the
do it,
match.
J-Dog, you go, mate. Go and have a
Slow
wee.
down.
Thank you
If
very
you've
much.
got to go,
Slow
you got to
down.
go.
I've got to go.
That's it. Just run to the toilet, man.
We'll tie it.
We'll hold the
tie it
fort. That's all right. This is a
loose
first.
ends. But
Breaking news: J-Dog goes for a piss halfway through. Oh god, man! Need to get him a bottle or something.
a little bedpan underneath the table.
Poor.
Yeah, I don't know. Duplessis, it's not my cup of tea, but he's been doing what he's been doing.
He wasn't my cup of tea either. But I just think he's going to tuck away Strickland again. That's next, isn't it? 312.
Yeah, but I don't think Strickland is the one that's going to dethrone him. I think other people will give him problems, but there was a little video that was going around of Israel and Rob Whittaker. Did you see that?
I didn't.
Oh,
No.
it's hilarious. They basically they started training together and they've become like a bit pally.
Oh,
And
what a combo!
and DDP came up in the conversation. They were both laughing. They were like, "Do you know what? Right? He's like the best shit fighter in the world."
The best shit fighter in all. Wait, what a par, mate! That's terrible.
Sorry, I completely forgot about the swear in that one.
No, it's fine, mate.
But
Mate,
that is literally what they said word for word.
You'll
So
prove it wrong. By the way, what's going on with Cain Velasquez at the moment?
Velasquez, I haven't seen anything that's been going on with him since he got let off of his.
Yeah, but he's like his sentencing's been pushed back to March or something. But mate, like, is it bad?
You not heard the story, right?
I don't know what he's done. No,
Yeah, but read the story.
I'm just bringing it up. Yeah, I mean it's a long. I mean, if you want to summarize it for me, what's he actually going to court for?
So basically, he
Who did he
attacked
kill?
someone who has sexually assaulted someone in his family. So everyone sees it as kind of like a just.
I mean, fair play to him, right?
Well, this is what people
Like,
this is what people have been saying, right? They're saying when you have context to the story,
yeah.
what he did, you couldn't expect anybody else to not do.
But just to be clear, I mean, if anybody sexually assaulted anyone in my family, I would clothesline them to hell.
To hell.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't you?
Well, no. I'm not
Take me
saying
to
that.
court. I
I'm not
wouldn't give
saying
a
that I'm
shit.
against him at all. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people have been backing him. A lot of people in the UFC have been talking about
Damn
it.
right.
So
That's just it's crazy. Whatever.
yeah, there was a whole thing of like loads of fighters coming out to support him.
Well,
So
let's hope Velasquez gets saved. I'm on his side on that. Jada, welcome back, mate.
Thank you very much.
You feeling empty now? You look a lot lighter.
Feel drained.
you came at the perfect time, to be fair, because we're just about to transition.
What are we transitioning into?
Hi.
Well,
Hello.
we're going
Hello.
into
Well, look,
WWE territory.
So
I guess.
we're in a new group because obviously we're going to Vegas in April as we've discussed, right? So we're going to Vegas for WrestleMania 41, which is going to be a madness. But we're in a WhatsApp group, a new WhatsApp group with a few people that are also going.
Oh, nice. What, from the UK?
We have done some social networking, they call that. Yeah. So we're now in this group with five people. We'll say their names. It's Mark Hewitt, a guy called Scott, Elise, Shannon Smith, and somebody else.
Nice.
I think who has recently joined, Jay. But I am winding them all up in there every single day because I am adamant, that Logan Paul is going to win the Royal Rumble this year.
Was that your take last week?
That's my take. Right.
Mother's just shaking her head like.
Logan Paul is going to win the Royal Rumble this year.
But that is the kind of heat that people. That's the heat they need.
Molly's reaction right there,
Exactly.
100%.
That's what everybody needs to see.
Imagine if that guy comes in at number 1 and he goes all the way to number 30 and he wins the whole thing. Imagine that.
Would be surprising.
Mate, he will be the best heel that we have seen in years.
The odds weren't actually too bad as well when we looked at it.
20 to 1, wasn't it?
20 to 1, they said on one side, and then when you sent me a screenshot before, I think it was 14 to 1. But yeah, it's not out of this world, to be honest. Like I think a lot of the matches where people would say, "Oh, this guy's going to win the Rumble," the obvious ones.
Yeah.
I feel like those matches are already made, if that makes sense.
Do you know how much
Yeah,
abuse
spoke
these
about that.
these guys are giving me some serious abuse as well every day? They're like, "Oh, you're ruining my weekend. You're ruining my Saturday. Why you got to say stuff like that?" So, mate, the heat is already bubbling for him.
Look, if we talk on a real level here,
Yeah,
right?
go on.
Logan Paul as a person, very questionable. It's like it's like Marmite. It's like Marmite. You either love him or you hate him, right?
The Paul brothers generally are. Jake and Logan, both of them.
Both very cocky.
Yeah.
But when he came into WWE, his athletic ability and his sort of increase in ring IQ, the more he's in there, the more confident he gets, the more... you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
You admire him.
But he's a very good wrestler.
Yeah, he's a very good wrestler.
Very good wrestler.
He's technically sound. Yeah. I think HBK has trained him.
Yeah, and he's fit in the mold very well.
Natural heat magnet as well.
Natural heat, natural heel. He's one of the most followed individuals in the entire world. Who better to win a Royal Rumble and just piggyback to Mania, man, than to get an audience watching?
Absolutely.
Have a world title fight against Gunther, mate. I reckon that's written in the stars.
I mean, did you watch his podcast with Paul Heyman?
Oh, Impulsive.
Yeah.
I
told you it was on. I saw clips of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to watch the whole thing.
Wait, Paul Heyman, he looked uncomfortable on the edge of that sofa, man. They could have given him a freaking seat.
I mean, I think Paul Heyman's just a very comfortable person overall. He's got a lot of cushion, should we say? But no, they touched on how Netflix was going to be bringing in like different sort of crowds, and they sort of transitioned into not transitioned, but Logan talked about how his followers and his social media presence before coming into wrestling probably had an impact with viewers on WWE.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean? Yeah. He brings in a whole different audience, a whole different crowd.
Will he move a lot of merch? Probably not. I mean, I want you to come back from WrestleMania with a Logan Paul t-shirt.
You know what? If he wins the Royal Rumble, I will.
You know the leather jacket that he wears, the whole...
It's getting stacked though, isn't it? The Rumble, man. So we got in there now. You've got Reigns, you've got Cena, you've got Punk, you've got
there was
McIntyre.
An animation that went up.
Rollins.
I'll bring it up.
Sami Zayn said he was in it at the. He declared his entry at Raw.
Yes, he said he's a top 5 guy, a top 6 guy, didn't he?
Probably is when you actually think about it.
On his little promo he had.
When you actually look at it, he probably is amongst that.
He's more like he's the only one out of those people that have announced themselves into the Rumble that hasn't won a world title yet. So,
yes,
you know,
well, he's won the IC title, then he had a good run. But he's definitely up there, like in terms of like if you get a win on Sami Zayn, you're going places. He's a gatekeeper again.
You love saying gatekeeper,
mate. There's a lot of gatekeepers right now.
I would say, yeah. I mean, he's good to put over talent, like fresh talent, like Bron Breakker, like he did with Bron, and you know, with Gunther as well. He's putting over talent, but equally as much. Do you as a fan of WWE, as an avid watcher, would you want to see Sami Zayn win a world title? And if so, which one?
One day, I think it would be. I think I would want to see him win it for him because he deserves it.
Yeah,
because like his promos are really good. He's obviously a great talent. He's great in the ring. He's come through the NXT. I think he's done it all. So I think it would be good for him just to have an accolade that he's won a world title at some point. Wouldn't necessarily be the most entertaining thing I've seen in the world, but I think he deserves a title run.
Sorry, I wasn't being rude there. I was just bringing up his Wikipedia. Obviously, you can't see my laptop in front of me. He's 40 years old, you know.
No way.
40 years old.
Seriously?
Yeah,
that surprises me.
There's a lot of wrestlers on the roster these days that are in them.
But mate, they're all getting old now, man. How old is Seth Rollins now? Because we spoke about that last week, innit? We were at the Mania 31 where he cashed in. That was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And even then we were thinking, he's in his prime.
Rollins is 38.
So he's nearly 40.
So he's got probably another 10 years.
But a lot of these guys, compared to the previous generations, there's a lot more. There's a lot better sports science and how people look after each other and look after themselves, and you know, like the drugs probably isn't as bad now in terms of recreationally, and the steroid, even though the steroids are probably still running very rampant right now, but probably
anymore, man.
Yeah, probably nowhere near as bad.
Dealing them out.
Prime Vince days.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, there's a lot of people. I just bought AJ Styles randomly, 47. My God, I mean, I remember him saying about 6-7 years ago he's only got a few years left in him. And
but his in-ring style as well, like you can't keep that up at 47. Maybe he'll be back at the Rumble. But you've got to CM Punk. He's 46, 47. He's getting on a bit. Reigns must nearly be 40 now. Cena's 47.
You say
The Rock's
about
52.
You say about keeping up with.
Gunther must be mid-30s, man. He must be, 33, 34, I'd imagine.
I think he's actually.
You say about the
close
body
odds.
not keeping up with the style of wrestling. Look at Rey Mysterio, though. He's 50.
He's got little legs.
Yeah, he's a small guy. He seems like he's been around for so long, man.
Smaller people live longer as well. The taller you are, the less long you live.
No, I'm with you, Molly. I'm also very short, so it works.
So he's 37, Gunther.
Good 37. Did you see Ray had quite a big spot on SmackDown on Friday, to be fair?
Yeah.
He was quite in. Did you see him?
Yes, yeah.
He was in there. He main evented against. Who was he up against on Friday night? He came out at the beginning and then he got interrupted. Was it Kevin Owens?
He got dragged out the ring, didn't
Who,
he?
Ray?
Yeah, because he was in his hometown.
Yeah.
LWO
Yes.
came out for him.
Yeah, that was it.
He got after he got attacked.
Kevin was talking to his daughter, wasn't he?
That was it. Yeah.
And then she was laughing it off. That's a bit heelish.
Mate, I love
Breaking the 4-4 there.
He's been around quite a bit recently, Kevin Owens. He was on SmackDown on Friday. He was on Raw again on Monday. Him and Cody on Saturday for the contract signing for the Rumble. So yeah, I think his heel work at the moment is really good, man.
He's another one. He's obviously he's in. I was just bringing up the list of seeing who's actually in right now. So it's Sami Zayn, Rey Mysterio, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, CM Punk, John Cena, and LA Knight.
That's you.
LA Knight, wow.
It would be good to see LA Knight win a Rumble.
Well, I said my prediction last week was
And
he's going
Sami Zayn.
to be the workhorse, and Sami Zayn's in.
Yeah.
But yeah, stacked, man. But Logan Paul hasn't declared himself yet, and Logan Paul is going to win the Royal Rumble. So
Maybe he'll be the surprise entrant.
yeah, potentially.
We did this thing last year with our sort of predictions and whatnot. Didn't we say
So how are we doing this?
a debut, didn't we, as well?
Yeah,
Someone
there'll be a couple of debuts, some
Okay.
NXT people. But how are we going to head of the Royal Rumble here, man?
Okay, so
AJ's head of the Royal Rumble.
we need to record a small short deciding what we're going to do. But I've ordered a custom dice.
You've ordered a dice.
A custom dice, yeah. And
Where'd you get
on
that?
this dice, I just went on Etsy, 3D printed custom dice.
I love this.
But anyway, custom dice, and on the dice, I've got Hell in the Cell, ladder, cage, TLC, tables, and
Every stipulation.
and backstage.
Is ladder on there as well, please?
Yeah, ladder's on
Oh,
there. I
right,
said
good,
it.
yeah,
So
fine.
all of the big ones are on there. Backstage is on there as well because that was
Yeah.
the last one that I could think of.
Yeah.
But basically, we're gonna roll the dice. We're gonna do a triple threat.
Yes.
There'll be one winner. They'll have the first pick,
By the way,
and then 2 and 3 will battle it out in the singles
Hmm.
with another roll of the dice.
Jedi, you might as well just not turn up. You might as well just not turn up, bro.
Mate,
What?
do not start giving
Don't
all
come
this.
at me,
Don't
J-Dog,
start
mate.
giving
You
all
have,
of this
mate,
now.
you have no chance.
Have we decided the game yet? Because last week we decided
want-
the game.
I want SmackDown shut your mouth.
You want SmackDown, shut your mouth.
Yeah,
so we need to sort of.
I'll have the
Progress that then.
options. I'll have the options ready. Don't worry. But what?
Can we not just decide it now? I want SmackDown shut
No,
your mouth.
no, because I don't want any sly preference of any kind. I want everybody to go on this on an even playing field.
Well, if J-Dog's as confident as he thinks he is, then it
Yeah,
shouldn't
exactly.
really
We
matter.
just need to make sure we've got the right amount of controllers.
No,
and the
I'll sort
console
that.
and the game.
I'll sort that.
Yeah, sweet.
sort that.
Sweet.
It's all going to be emulated and
Prepare yourself, bitch.
even though we're not supposed to.
Apologies in advance, Adam. And I love how we're just discounting AJ here, and we're just
So
going at it.
What's going to happen, right?
Because we're the top dogs here, really. AJ, you might as well just be the special referee.
We'll see, mate. We'll see.
Oh, hell no.
The video,
Yeah.
the video will tell all. But anyway, yeah, that will decide for first pick and then second and third.
Love that.
And then what we'll do is we'll do number picks.
Yep.
What we done last year. So basically, we'll get 10 each.
Yes.
And obviously, because we don't know who has what number right now, we're just going to do the randomized number. But we can have basically what we'll do is we'll have a predicted winner, one person
Fine.
aside from that as well. And the numbers, like last time, will translate from men to women. So we don't pick twice.
Fine.
Your numbers will go across both rumbles.
Just so we're not just going to be picking at random. I can say I want number 2. I want number 7. I can pick my own numbers, but the order
We
of
pick
who's
them
going to
in
go
rounds.
first is determined by what's about to happen when I
Yeah.
whip both your butts.
They get picked in rounds.
So I'll be picking first. So what about, though, if
the confidence.
this is the wild card, what about if there's a 31?
There won't be a 31. If
You're
there's
thinking about The Rock, aren't you?
Yes.
Yep.
I'm thinking
Maybe.
about that Swerve because he is the final boss.
Well,
So
no,
if
you-
there's a 31,
you can pick him as your special pick.
so I can have the number 31.
No. You don't pick the number 31.
Right.
We only stick from 1 to 30 as we always do.
Okay, so if 31 wins, there's no winner.
No. Well, no. Well, you can name The Rock as your winner if you want him to be your winner.
Fine. All right.
So because this is what I said, you don't know. Nobody knows who's going to be what number right now.
Yeah.
So you have one choice to also just name somebody who you think is going to win the Rumble.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I've already given mine.
And we're also going to be doing drinking games probably for this as well when we're going to watch it. Where we haven't even decided what's going to happen with watching of it, right?
Well, it's just we'll have to do
We've
it
got to
here.
figure it out soon. What I will say though,
What time?
because obviously 31 isn't going to be a number. Just hypothetically speaking,
Yes.
if The Rock did come in and he decided he was going to come in at 31
Yes.
and win,
Yes.
therefore none of us will win the
There will be no winner.
number pick.
That's what I was trying to establish. But he was saying,
What I will say, because it's so far out there, I'm happy if The Rock does come in at 31 and win. That goes to Adam. Because it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
It's no chance.
There's no chance.
So
That's why I'm saying it.
It says at the moment, live event, February 1st at 11 p.m.
That'll probably be the kickoff, though, won't it?
Yeah.
Well,
There'll be an hour
it
kickoff.
might.
There'll be an hour kickoff, and it will start at 12 probably.
But then again, I don't think Netflix does that, do
That's
they?
what it says on here.
So maybe it will start at 11. Survivor Series started at 11.
It's hard to say now because this is going to be the first one that's going to be shown on here, right?
Yes.
So we don't really know.
The first Netflix pay-per-view.
How many buffering screens are we going to get? Hopefully none.
They'll have no issues, mate. If they were going to have them issues, they would have had them on Raw, man.
I actually haven't watched. Well, you tuned in for the first episode for a first half hour, no?
For
Raw.
yeah,
I haven't watched anything live on Netflix yet. How's it been?
it was absolutely fine.
Okay.
No issues at all. We're not talking about the audience of like a Mike Tyson and a Jake Paul fight. It's a bit of a smaller pool of people, man.
Yeah, and did you see what happened with the ratings? Apparently,
What on Netflix?
yeah, they said it dropped off 2.2 million
What for last week?
between the weeks. Yeah.
It's bound to. They need to bounce back.
Well, Royal Rumble's around the corner, so
Yeah.
we're missing out main event though, Saturday night, which is Saturday.
That's at the weekend, isn't it?
We'll talk about that.
How often are they doing this now?
Every quarter.
Okay, so this will be the first one, and the next one will be what, April or something.
April, July, October, November time.
Okay.
That's how they did it back in the day. It was a quarterly thing. It's just a good way of getting more people on the card that maybe won't fit on the pay-per-view. I think it's a good idea.
Well, you got Gunther and Jay.
It's a big card, man.
Battling
Yeah,
it out.
Gunther Jay. Who else we got? Gunther Jay, Jackson, Rhea Ripley. We've got the Cody and the Kevin Owens contract signing.
Jackson.
Nia Jax.
Nia Jax. I thought you said Jackson. I was like, who's that? You said Jackson. Sorry.
Sheamus and Braun Breaker for the IC title. That'll be a good fight. That'll be a really good match. So, and then, yes, your boy,
My boy.
Jacob Fatu, bruv.
Is he fighting on the card?
Oh yes, he had his first proper promo, didn't he?
He did.
Mate,
did.
he went loose, man. But did you see it Solo? So Solo came in and then just walked straight back out. I was kind of doing something when that was all going on, so I was kind of half watching it. But
So Jacob and Tamatonga, they interrupted a match, didn't they? Who did they beat up? Was it LA Knight or was that another day?
I think LA Knight came out to
they've
try.
They've come out to beat up a couple of people. Wasn't that not in the Mysterio match?
It could have been. They've interrupted a few segments. I can't remember specifically.
But
to be honest with you.
didn't that interruption then come from after that? That's when they sort of had the Solo segment after the interruption.
I think they might have done.
I'll bring it up.
Well, no, it was just Solo's was returning
Yeah,
on Friday.
I mean, Solo came out. He put the mic up to his mouth, dressed sort of without the fella, of course, but dressed sort of how he has been. The crowd were heating him up,
Yes,
and he just dropped the mic and walked through the crowd, didn't he?
that's it. Said nothing.
And that's when
Fatu
Big
went
Jacob
nuts,
went
mate.
in.
Shut your mouth.
Y'all thought I was crazy.
But he is a psychopath. But it's him against Strowman.
Oh, okay.
Saturday night main event.
That's good for Jacob Fatu to elevate himself.
Oh yeah, he's
Nice
going
big guy.
He's going to go over on him, isn't he? I think he's going to destroy him. I think that's going to be a good little 1, 2, 3. Strowman's going to take a pin for him.
Yeah.
Oh yes, it was LA Knight. It's and it's Strowman. Yeah. LA Knight, Strowman. Okay.
I hope he's in the Rumble. I hope Fatu's in the Rumble.
I'm tired
Yeah.
of the envy, but check this out. Envy be all you want. Even on my bad day, y'all still can't touch me.
Exactly.
Psychopath.
He's a beast.
Great promo though, man. Just like so believable, bro.
Intense.
Give a damn if you cheer us. I give a damn if you boo us.
So maybe these two are going to be like a tag team now.
One thing.
Maybe.
Shut the hell up.
His delivery's so natural, but it's like it's so good.
Thing. I will not let you do is try to act like I ain't never got mine.
Yes, bro.
What y'all thought I was crazy? Huh? What y'all thought I was off the hinges? Huh? What y'all thought I was losing it? Huh? The crazy thing about this situation is that I'm just getting started.
Yes.
Come on, Fatu, mate. I'm backing him all the way, mate. I hope he's in the Rumble.
Yeah. Do you know what? He,
What
like
guy?
they would never like because he's just getting started. He wouldn't win the Rumble. But if they wanted to do like something that was so outlandish, like they just wanted to like throw somebody out there,
Yeah.
he would probably be my pick if he wanted like a wild card.
He needs to just come in. So they need to just get maybe between 10 and 20, 10 guys in the ring. Nobody's eliminated anybody. He just comes in at
Cleans
21, clears house. And then like CM Punk will come over and eliminate him or something.
Yeah,
like
if he made it into like let's say, not even say like the final four, but like let's say like the last 8.
Yes.
Like that would be good enough. For
Yeah.
him. That would be a big enough statement.
Him against Lesnar. Oh, that would
That's
be
if he comes back.
mad.
I did say Jacob would be the workhorse for me, didn't I?
You did.
Yeah.
To be fair, you've been backing him all year,
You've been
J-Dog.
backing him for.
I've been backing him since
Yeah.
before.
What J-Dog
he was
says
here.
normally comes to fruition. By the way, just can I just a shout out for CM Punk's promo on Raw, by the way. Did you see the promo this on Monday night?
Was this the one?
Oh, when he went to what the hell was her name?
he talks about
hockey-
Cena.
Jackie Redmond. He was just up in the
in the
crowd.
stands.
Wow, intensity on that guy. He went one by one through Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Cena, Reigns, Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
I think toss Hogan's dusty old ass over the top rope.
We got a good
Imagine if Hogan came into the Rumble. Wow. Ain't
Yeah.
happening.
He also spoke about the favour that Reigns owes him, so there's a few little nuggets in there that he's thrown around. But yeah, mate, it's Rumble.
Isn't it a favour that Heyman owes him?
Yeah, well, technically, yeah. But Heyman is Reigns, though, innit? So, you know.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but the main event of Raw was good. It was Rollins and McIntyre. That was a good match, man.
Yeah.
McIntyre lost again.
He did. See, I thought, weirdly enough, there was going to be a weird little love triangle where Punk beat Seth. Seth beat... Well, no, Drew beat... Oh, no. How would it work? So it would be Punk beats Seth,
Yeah.
Seth beats Drew, and then Drew beats Punk.
Well, like a
Maybe
triple threat.
Yeah, so it was kind of not in a triple threat, but in matches.
In match order, kind of thing.
Because that would then not give any of them that much momentum to
Yeah.
carry into the Rumble.
Well,
So maybe we'll see a Drew.
Well, Sammy
Drew
got
Punk
involved
match.
at the end of this, though, didn't he? He's kind of like inserted himself into their little triangle.
Yeah, and then kicked Rollins.
Yes. Yeah, that's
in
what I
the
mean.
Face.
So maybe they'll do like a triple threat next week or something. I don't know what's brewing there, but
Well, they had a chat afterwards, didn't they? Sammy and Seth.
I was saying this the other week. I actually tried to find it ahead of this episode, right?
what was that?
Like this guy, he does these wallpapers. They're really really good, but everyone's been like people have been talking about these guys coming together as a faction. So
Who is that?
Kevin Owens, McIntyre, and Seth.
Interesting.
And
It's very
that's been the talk of what people have been saying online. And this guy like literally just done a wallpaper of it. Oh, I can't remember his name, but we'll have to throw it on the stories because this stuff is really really good.
So we're saying Seth's turning heel soon.
But this is what I mean when McIntyre showed up. And who was it he was saying before when he was like, "Oh, you need to watch your back," and he slid out the ring, and then Owens attacked. Oh, was that Cody?
Yeah, he hugged up Cody.
Yeah. He said
Yeah.
you need to watch your back, and then slid out, and then basically alley-ooped the attack for Owens, and they sort of had like they kind of met eyes, and I was like, "What's going on there?"
Arcs.
Interesting.
Arcs. More arcs happening.
Planting the seeds.
That's it, man.
Well, that's what they got to do, man. Everything that happens now on Raw and SmackDown and pay-per-views and events, it all needs to entangle at some point. Everyone's got to meet someone later on down the line.
I reckon we'll get a lot of answers to a lot of questions at the Rumble about which direction they're going into Mania season. We'll get a lot of answers there. Who's your Molly? Who is your Did you ever watch it back in the day?
I did.
Who is your favorite wrestler of all time? Who's your goat? Undertaker.
Taker.
Who else said Adam Forsyth said Undertaker
Forsyth
when he was on it a couple of
yeah,
weeks
yeah.
ago? Yeah. That's 2 votes for Taker, man.
The coat and the hat. Yeah.
What about like Stone Cold Steve Austin? No,
Potentially.
That's a no.
Who did I say was my goat? Didn't I say
Your
Taker?
goat was The Rock, I think you said.
No, did I?
How dare you? Don't even target me with that brush.
I thought I said Taker.
We'll
I
have
can't
to
remember.
we'll have to rewatch.
We'll have to- I'll have to- we have to
you
remember
said
this stuff.
Austin. You said Taker. I said Michaels.
Yes, Michaels for in-ring. Stone Cold for product. You said Taker for longevity. Yeah, Taker's had 3 votes then. I ask everybody that question, man. Ask everybody. When are we going to get in the ring?
We need to sort that out.
We will discuss it. But yeah, we need to align ourselves, obviously, because I said that I'm gonna be there at the start of this month.
Let's make it happen.
But
And then
I've already had the conversation before, so we posted on the stories for anybody listening. We had quite a few votes actually, who said that they wouldn't mind. Actually, they would actually quite like to see us in the ring. That's actually been the biggest engagement that we've actually got on our posts.
And then literally 2 weeks later, we'll come in with slings and bruises and
people just want to see us get battered.
JD
basically.
can't make it this week. He's in the hospital
JD's
on life support.
broke his back again. Do you know what? It would be good though. It would be good to cut some promos against you boys.
Yeah, you said this, but I think on the mic I would absolutely destroy you.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah,
you reckon?
I think so.
You reckon I haven't got the bars already? You
To be
don't
fair,
think you don't think I've got my pistol cocked and loaded?
You have a lot in the locker, to be
Pause.
fair. You have a lot. That's all.
Phrasing.
Wait, within
Nah,
3
but
weeks.
I will be looking forward to that. We'll arrange that and we'll post something down the line when we arrange
Oh
that.
man, I need to get in shape before I do
Nah,
that.
you'll be fine. Mate, within 3 weeks, we'll be performing like Penta in the ring. We'll be Pentas.
Yeah. He had a second match, right?
Yeah, he beat Pete Dunne, man.
Pete Dunne got squashed. Well, he didn't
Poor
get
Pete,
squashed.
It's good.
but-
It was a good fight.
I think we should start a new Save Pete campaign.
Save Pete Dunne.
Save Pete Dunne.
I am not Butch.
It's his accent, man. It just doesn't do for
Well,
him.
at least he knows he's not Butch.
Oh, no.
Do you know what I mean? Needs to get some gains on him.
It's the vegan diet, man.
And did you see the trailer, the promo for Charlotte?
Wasn't that where she said something about Bailey?
Charlotte, no, just that Charlotte Flair.
I think I missed this.
Charlotte Flair is on her way back.
I missed that. I believe.
There was a little segment in between on both SmackDown and Raw this week.
When?
Charlotte is.
Imminent.
Damn.
They were just. She was. I think they must have filmed off set, just in a nice little spot for her. She had like all the spotlight on her, very much building her as like one of the OGs. She's coming back.
We have mentioned that she is going to come back as well. And
Needed.
when I was just looking at the articles as well, another one we're talking about coming back, but apparently the idea has been scrapped, but it was Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss.
They were just saying that apparently they had plans for her to return with a potential return for the Rumble, which has been scrapped. No other details at the moment.
They need to start bringing some of these OG women back, I think, just to spice things up.
Let's get some.
Get some people over. Get some people over as well. The women's division needs it for sure.
100%.
So next week then, I think we should do final predictions for the Rumble.
Yeah, those are picks and our predictions.
Which is going to be big, and what the repercussions are. Numbers for women's and for men's.
Yep.
And yeah, still my favourite pay-per-view of the year by a long freaking shot, man.
It's very exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't wait.
Love it when the buzzer comes out and it's someone you didn't want to come out as well.
Yeah, I know. Well, what's going on with Corey Graves?
So
he got pissed off, didn't he?
yeah, so he got moved to NXT.
Yes.
He voiced his concerns. I think he put a tweet out like, my voice will be heard this evening on NXT, and then they pulled him from commentary.
Never saw it. I think it was because didn't they pull him because like they didn't think he was famous enough
Well, that's what he's saying.
for Netflix,
That's what he's saying.
which surprises me, man. I mean,
Very good commentator as well.
yeah.
I think they said something about it before as well. They don't typically like three-man commentaries as well.
No.
And they were favoring obviously Pat with Michael Cole, no? And who's
Pat and
SmackDown?
Cole.
Pat and
then
Cole,
it's, Wade and
Wade Barrett.
Wade, yeah, that's it.
And who else?
I've got who's that other dude that they've got on there? I can't remember his name. Joe something. The guy who's on Raw. He came from like sports media to then come into WWE Raw commentary. Joe something, man.
Just type Joe something into Google and it'll come up.
Commentators. Broadcast. See, but Mark Collin, Pat McAfee, and Joe Tessitore. He's the commentator. He's been
He's been there for a while, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been there for weeks now, man. Yeah.
Weeks.
months actually. Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett. Yeah, he was on Raw before they went to Netflix.
Yeah.
It's a shame about Corey though, man. I think like
Corey's great.
he's really good. Like especially with Cole.
They have good chemistry.
Oh, did you see Cole again, man? With he was so like,
Oh,
with
dude, the dance.
Jey Uso.
Yeah.
Incredible.
That guy has got zero rhythm, but just hilarious.
Going back to Corey
Yeah.
for a second, it might be a stretch, but it might be a work. I think maybe he's trying to slander Pat McAfee a little bit, so maybe there's a little impromptu match that comes up at some point, maybe at Mania.
Pat McAfee against Corey Graves.
Yeah. I mean, Corey Graves has been out for a long time. I mean, he technically retired due to injury, didn't he? He couldn't compete anymore. But, we've seen that happen before, and we've seen people come back. So, you never know.
We'll see. All right.
It was good back in the day as well.
Well, to wrap it up, let's just do predictions for Saturday night's main event then, and who we think is going to be walking away winners on that. So, Fatu against Strowman.
Fatu.
Fatu.
Fatu. I think that's a hands down, straight up, clean win. Done.
Cool.
Nia Jax against Rhea Ripley for the belt.
Rhea.
Ripley.
I agree. All on the same. Braun Breaker against Sheamus for the IC belt.
Braun Breaker. Has Sheamus ever won the IC belt? That's the only one that he
No,
hasn't.
it's the only one that's eluded him.
Oh, interesting.
Also, we are really counting Braun out for the Royal Rumble as well. We haven't actually he hasn't even entered discussion because he could also be the workhorse or be in the final 6 or final 4.
He's going to be in there for sure.
Yeah, he'll be in there.
Braun
Maybe he
Breaker.
eliminates Fatu. You never know. But actually, I'm going to change my answer.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Sheamus.
Sheamus to win the IC belt.
I don't think they're going to make him drop it again so soon. So I'll stick with Breaker.
You stick with Breaker. I'm going to go with J-Dog and say Sheamus. I think Saturday night main event needs a title switch, and I think that is the one to happen. Won't be like completely clean. I think maybe somewhere down the line, maybe Braun Breaker there'll be an interference of some sort, but yeah,
Capture or something.
that's it. And then
Interesting.
main event Jay against Gunther for the world heavyweight title, man.
It's going to be Gunther, man.
You think?
Yeah.
It's going to be Jay, but they're going to try and protect Gunther again.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Is that what we're saying?
I think there's
Interesting.
a lot of there's just
Jay
there's
is
a
so
lot
over,
behind
man.
Jay right now.
He's so over.
Is he ready?
Yes,
You'd say?
without a doubt, he's ready.
Had the IC title for a couple of weeks.
Mate, he's ready for a belt of that magnitude now, man. The investment that he's had, mate. Whenever his music hits as well, the crowd, like the arena, just
Pure hype.
It mad hype.
I'd love to see him win.
Yeah.
I don't see it happening. But
Well,
if he wins, he wins,
It's
man.
a bit harsh, J-Dog.
I don't know what it would be story wise. That's the only thing that I can't really see right now. But
Well, we haven't seen Ludwig Kaiser in a while.
No.
Maybe he'll just come and say, right, you're mine now, Gunther. I'm now taking over. Maybe he'll come out and try and help Gunther and inadvertently cost him the belt.
Could be a good idea.
And then you've got a little feud going in there, maybe. But
It's
yeah.
a good little
So what are you saying, Gunther or
I'm saying Gunther.
You say Gunther?
that's a Jay.
I'm going to go Jay as well. So I'm being bold. I'm saying 2 title switches, man. That's big. Let's see what happens.
We shall see indeed.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Saturday night.
No UFC for them.
Well, that's all right.
UFC is actually on the same night as the Rumble.
Is it?
Yeah,
Pay
but
per view.
it's not a night. No. It's a fight night.
Fine, no.
But I think it's in the Middle East, so it's on at 5:00
Okay.
Interesting.
Tickets are out for UFC London this Friday.
this weekend.
Fight night.
What are we saying?
Don't know yet. We'll have to discuss that.
Let's discuss.
I really want to
Later.
go, man.
Be good to go, or to a Raw or SmackDown. We'll see.
Hey, where's that pain? Pain? Do you need a piss?
Financial pain.
Financial
There
pain.
is a lot of financial pain.
How much are tickets, man? Are we talking a lot?
I don't know. Well, you've got deep pockets. So.
Not anymore, mate. I'm broke, unfortunately.
It's because you're driving a tank. that's
Exactly.
why.
Got to take
You're
my
driving
money.
Eddie Hall's tank, basically. I parked on the front of his drive. But
Surprised it can get on your drive, to be honest.
So am I. But it might even be there in the morning. You know where we live here?
yeah,
Yeah, man.
it'll be fine.
Yeah. Right then, boys. Anything else that you wanted to add this week? Anything else you wanted to chat about?
No, nothing else from me. I would just say, I guess, stay tuned for the video of when both of you guys lose and I get the first pick for the Rumble.
I'm not having this
Not
bullshit
happening.
anymore, man.
Not
Now we're at the end. I can swear, right? It doesn't matter. Yes.
We got the okay.
Yeah,
You're both fucked.
Yeah, no.
You're fucked, both of
J-Dog,
you.
mate. Look, if you're going to start
That's all I'm
throwing that
saying.
kind of stuff
That's all I'm
around,
saying.
Listen, you will listen and learn. You will sit and you will listen and you will be educated.
I'm taking you to school, mate.
Okay, let's see
I'll
what
be the
happens.
teacher
Yeah, fuck you,
on that day. Don't worry.
Anything?
I don't even need to trash talk you guys.
It's always nice to end it on a good note.
Confident in action.
Love you both.
I'll see you guys next week.
But yes, follow us on all of the platforms. That is
Subscribe on
Facebook,
YouTube.
YouTube, Spotify, TikTok.
That's it.
Is that it?
Instagram.
And Instagram.
And Instagram.
The biggest one.
And X, which we don't have yet, but we
No.
will soon.
We're not on X.
yeah, well,
We will be on X.
All right, fine.
nah,
We're under order that we have to be.
We're under ruler. Welcome, Molly, to the team.
You don't have to be, it's
Thank
fine.
you for being a
Thank you,
part
Molly,
of
for
us.
being in the background today.
Thank you for being a
Appreciate it.
legend. Molly's going to be the backbone of this moving
we've been
forward.
critiqued
That's
we're all
it.
this whole
spineless.
time since we've been here. But yep, love to everybody.
Locking
Signing
off. Have a good one, boys and girls.